Hello, everyone. We are Group 22, and today we're diving into Google's business model and how it became the powerhouse it is today. Founded in 1998, Google is now part of Alphabet Incorporation, a tech giant that generated a staggering $307.39 billion in revenue in 2023. A key point to note: over 77% of Google's revenue comes from advertising, making it the world's largest digital ad platform. In this presentation, we'll break down Google's business model and explore its main revenue streams. We'll also look at the market opportunities it's tapping into, discuss the inner workings of Google's advertising machine, and touch on the challenges it faces as it moves into the future. Here is our agenda for today: Google's business model and revenue streams, market opportunities, the advertising machine, future challenges and Google's next moves, and the conclusion. With that, let's get started with how Google's business model is structured and where its money comes from.
Google's business model and revenue streams. Google has a multifaceted model. So, at its core, Google operates an attention-based business model offering free services in exchange for user engagement. However, the article also highlights that beyond this model, Google has worked to diversify it by incorporating other principles of models such as the value model that fosters business productivity and a data-driven model that leverages data analytics for ad optimization and traffic monetization. Overall, these different components work together to create Google's successful business model. Examining Google's revenue streams further highlights the strength of these models. In 2023, Google generated revenue from multiple sources, including Google Search and Ads, Google Cloud, and other Google products such as Google Play and Google Pixel. The majority of its revenue comes from advertising, which is driven by cost per click and cost per mile models. And the CPC generates revenue when users click on ads, while the CPM tracks ad impressions. These models are further supported by Google's ad software, AdWords, and AdSense, which businesses could use to optimize their advertising performance. Google also utilizes traffic monetization, investing heavily in distribution deals, such as paying to be the default search engine on major platforms. Beyond advertising, there's also a portion of Google's revenue that comes from hardware and business ventures, including Google Nest and Pixel. The key takeaway is that Google's revenue comes from a combination of traffic monetization, data utilization, hardware sales, and investments. And while advertising remains the core of its business, Google continues to expand its product lines, form strategic partnerships, and invest in new technologies to maintain a sustainable model. Technology is the backbone of Google's success, supported by a powerful IT infrastructure that enables the company to serve billions of users, process vast amounts of data, and drive revenue across multiple sectors.
So now I'll be talking about how Google is an advertising machine. So Google isn't just a search engine, it's an advertising powerhouse, and at its core, it's powered by IT. And today I'll break down how Google makes billions of dollars through major ad platforms and the tech that drives them. So first we have Google search ads. So when you search for something on Google, the ads you see there aren't random. So companies will bid for these top spots, but it's not just about the highest bid. Google's AI driven quality score determines rankings, ensuring that ads are relevant and effective while maximizing revenue. We also have YouTube ads. So in 2006, Google bought YouTube for $1.65 billion dollars. And fast forward to today, YouTube generates over $30 billion dollars in ad revenue. So behind the scenes, Google's IT infrastructure runs real time bidding algorithms and AI driven content recommendations to keep users engaged and keep that money flowing. We also have AdSense and AdMob. So if you've ever noticed ads on like websites or mobile apps, that's Google AdSense and AdMob in action. So these platforms use big data analytics and automated ad placement to ensure high engagement, helping both Google and content creators generate revenue. We also have traffic acquisition costs or TAC. So Google spends billions of dollars. In 2023, they actually spent $50.9 billion dollars alone just to stay the default search engine on devices like iPhones. And so this investment in IT infrastructure, data processing, and machine learning ensures that Google remains the go-to platform for search engines. And so the big takeaway is really that Google isn't really just an ad company, it's an IT giant. And from AI to cloud computing, its technology powers the most advanced advertising system in the world, ensuring precision, dominance, and billions in revenue.
Our next slide will be discussing Google's future challenges and their next moves. So, as we know, Google is one of the biggest tech companies in the world, but even they face major challenges as the digital landscape evolves. One of the biggest issues is regulatory and privacy concerns. Governments are increasing antitrust scrutiny, especially around Google's dominance in digital advertising. On top of that, more users are looking for privacy first search alternatives like DuckDuckGo for that sense of security that felt was lacking with Google. If Google wants to maintain its leadership, it'll need to navigate these legal pressures while also proving to users that their data is safe. Another major shift is in AI and search evolution. Google is moving away from traditional text based search results and pushing AI powered answers like what we see with Google Bard and AI generated summaries. This means the way people interact with search is changing. Instead of users actively searching for information utilizing a pull model, Google is moving toward a push model, where content is recommended to users through things like Google Discovery and Google News. This shift has the potential to reshape how people consume information, but Google will need to ensure accuracy and reliability in AI generated content. Beyond search and ads, Google is also focused on diversifying its business. The company is exploring additional revenue streams such as app purchases through the Google Play Store and its Google Cloud offerings, aiming to expand further in these sectors. Google is also investing heavily in hardware with products like Pixel phones, Nest smart home devices, and wearables. And let's not forget their self driving car division, Waymo, along with their growing interest in AR and VR technologies. These areas could be key to Google's future success, but they also come with stiff competition. At the end of the day, Google is evolving to stay ahead, but with increasing regulations, a changing search landscape, and ambitious expansions beyond ads, the company will have to innovate while maintaining user trust and market dominance.
To conclude, Google's success is built on information technology, shaping its advertising, innovation, and competitive edge. First, Google's advertising model, powered by IT, generates billions in revenue. AI-driven data analytics ensure businesses reach the right audience efficiently. Without IT, Google's targeted ads and real-time bidding wouldn't be possible. Second, AI fuels Google's product, like Search, YouTube, Assistant, and more. Machine learning improves users' experiences, making services smarter and more efficient. IT isn't just support, it's the key driver for innovation. Third, beyond Google, IT is essential for all businesses. It enables automation, data driven decisions, and personalized services. Companies that embrace IT gain efficiency and scalability, securing long term success. The last, in the tech driven world, IT is a competitive necessity. Google stays ahead by continuously investing in AI, cloud computing, and emerging technologies. Businesses that innovate with IT will lead the future. My final thought is that Google provides that IT isn't optional, it's the foundation of success. Companies that leverage technology will thrive in the digital age. Here are three discussion questions I hope you guys can participate with. The first question is, how do you think businesses outside the tech industry, like retail or healthcare, can apply Google's IT driven strategies to improve their operations? The second question is, Google invests heavily in AI and machine learning. Do you think this level of automation benefits businesses and consumers, or does it create risk, such as job displacement or privacy concerns? The last question is, with the rise of AI and cloud computing, do you believe companies that fail to adopt IT will survive in the next decade? Why or why not? And here is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for listening.